Okay. What's happening? You already know what it is. It's your boy Dre OD in the building right now. And we got a brand new tier list video coming out. But this time we switching it up, y'all. I've been getting a lot of requests. Here's what we're going to do. Today, we are ranking the top shows that premiered and dropped on Cartoon Network. All right, I said it again. We are ranking the top shows that premiered and networked on Cartoon Network. So let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. You already know what it is. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure to smash that notification bell. Make sure to let everybody know. Tell a friend. Definitely check out the podcast Anime Nerds, only on Spotify. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. So we got a lot of topics for y'all today. But specifically, here's what we're going to do. We're ranking from S tier all the way to what is this? So let's go ahead. Let's start it off. The first show we got is 16. If you guys remember this show from the early odds, the early 2000s, yeah. 16 was it even edgy? It was definitely made for teenagers or preteens, for sure. It was I wouldn't say it's edgy, but it had more. I remember at the time, in comparison with the other content that was premiering at that time, it was more centered in real life. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely more centered in real life. I didn't really like the show too much, but I do remember like moments of it. The animation did suck. I'm gonna put this show in F tier just because I can't say I had any like good memories of it. I didn't have any bad memories either, but it didn't do anything for me. Next one we have is A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo was a great show. I enjoyed watching this show as a kid. I say this show is about average. It's not as good as the original Scooby-Doo and the Gang, but it's still just as enjoyable. The next show we got, I think it's a lot of people's favorites. We got Adventure Time. Adventure Time is a top tier show that premiered on Cartoon Network. Very, very funny. Very, very quotable with a lot of quotes. I think the creators of Adventure Time, they really did a number on this, and I actually wish the show was still ongoing. Or I wish they would bring the show back, but even make it even more edgy. Make it for something for Cartoon Network. Turn it into something like how Rick and Morty was. Y'all know how I said was. If you know, you know. Okay, so let's get into the next one. The next one is definitely everyone's favorite. I don't know anyone who said they did not like this show. That is a code name Kids Next Door. In fact, Adventure Time, I'm sorry, but you're going down to B tier. Kids Next Door, A tier all the way. A tier all the fucking way. So the next one we got Ben 10. Ben 10, the original Ben 10, the OG Ben 10. That was very entertaining. I did enjoy the show. The story was kind of slow and jumbled, so that's why I'm probably going to put it in C tier, or else I would have put it in B tier. The next one, yes, another fan favorite, Courage the Cowardly Dog. This show, S tier. S tier. No matter what age, no matter what era, you can watch this show and find enjoyment from this show. For sure. So Courage the Cowardly Dog, S tier. We got The Amazing World of Gumball. I didn't really watch this. I did see it, but I didn't watch it. It was way past my era by that point. So I'm gonna put this in. But it did have funny moments. So I'm gonna put it in D tier. The next one we have is Mucha Lucha. If everybody remember Mucha Lucha, man, Mucha Lucha was a fire-ass show. Very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. I did enjoy every episode I did watch. Originally, Mucha Lucha, you guys, if you knew, Mucha Lucha premiered on Kids WB, actually, for Saturday mornings. And then Cartoon Network, I guess, bought it and started premiering it on Cartoon Network. So originally, I started watching Mucha Lucha on Kids WB. I'm sure there's a lot of other kids who were raised in the 90s, and that was the same startup for you as well. So Mucha Lucha, B tier. The next one, classic. Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory was super, super fire. Great show. A tier. A tier. Even though Dexter's Laboratory had, I think, 3 different reiterations where they changed the animation style and they changed like the formula of the show like 3 different times. I think the best iteration of the show was the second iteration. Um, yeah, I think the second one was the best, and I think the second one was the longest as well. The third one was like too clean, and it was not as it was too clean. It was like kind of too it wasn't even vibrant. It was too clean, and the colors weren't vibrant. They were actually like pale pastel colors. I wasn't really feeling the animation for the third version. So yeah, Dexter's Laboratory, A tier. The next one we have is a classic. We got the Powerpuff Girls. Everybody watched the Powerpuff Girls, even the boys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yeah, I used to be like, yeah, bro, I watch it for the Rowdy Rough Boys. Yeah, shout out to the Rowdy Rough Boys. But in all reality, we all know, man, the Powerpuff Girls was just a really entertaining show back in the day. It really was. I'll put Powerpuff Girls in A tier as well. No, B tier. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. We have Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Ed, Ed, and Eddie was a classic. Everyone loved Ed, Ed, and Eddie. It was a stupid show about 3 goofy guys who were always trying to find a way to finesse. They were the original scammers. Definitely A tier for sure. The next one I have, and this one might be the first controversial pick, Batman Beyond. I really enjoyed Batman Beyond. I thought this show was a great show, thematically. I think the story and the writing for the show was great. Also, I would put this show in. Hmm, I would put it in B tier. I would put the show in B tier, even though I personally do like that show a lot. I would like if this was just ranked just on like how I feel, like just purely on how I feel, I would have probably put it in S tier. But I know in reality the show's probably like a B show. The next one we got is Samurai Jack. Everyone remembers Samurai Jack. Apu! Yeah, man. Everybody remembers Samurai Jack, the classic. We'll put Samurai Jack at A2. Let's see here. We got Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Y'all know what it is. Captain Planet was a fire show back in the day. It used to come on at 5 a.m. Don't ask me how I know. Just know that I know. It used to come on at 5 a.m. and at 5:30. So, like, that was the only time you could watch that shit. Captain Planet was a great show. I'll put Captain Planet in C, D tier. Yeah, I'll put it in C, D tier. Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids. Great show. Enjoyable. I really did enjoy it. I'll put it in C tier. Transformers. What version of Transformers is this? Oh, this is Transformers animated. Yeah, I wasn't on this. I was not on this. This isn't the OG Transformers that I grew up on watching. So we're gonna put that in the what is this section. The next one we have is Static Shock. Fire, fire, fire show. S tier. S tier. They need to hurry up and make an actual movie with that shit, man. Like there were so many different people who could have played Static Shock that for some reason they just never. I don't know who owns the IP, whether it's Warner Brothers or who the fuck ever, but there were so many different chances. It was Michael B. Jordan, it was Childish Gambino, it was the kid from Stranger Things. It's like there's so many different people who could like play the part of actually doing Static Shock, and for some reason they're just not actually coming out and making the movie. It's retarded. And S tier though. Johnny Test. We got Johnny Test next. Johnny Test, that show is a very, very entertaining show. You know, about a kid whose parents, are, I guess like secret agents or something like that. They got hella money, and he just like always has the ability to like play with different gadgets and shit like that or whatever, whatnot. I forgot the concept. I think it was his sister or something like that maybe had all the plugs. I don't know. Yeah. So let's go ahead, Johnny Test. We're gonna put Johnny Test in. We're gonna put it in D tier also. We have Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans. This was a great show. I loved it. A tier, fire. The Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy. Billy and Mandy, fire, fire, fire show. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people who love this show. I remember playing the video game on a computer for this, man. And this show right here was one of the iconic Cartoon Network shows. A tier for sure. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was a very entertaining show. Came out in the early odds, also late 90s. Super entertaining. I would put Johnny Bravo in B tier. I would put it in B tier. Yep. Chowder. I did see a few episodes of Chowder. Chowder was funny to a certain degree. But it wasn't my show like that, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. Code Lyoko. Fire. Fire show. Fire show. These kids had the biggest heads in the world. It made no sense. But I always enjoyed coming home and watching an episode of this show. A tier. Now we have Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken was a good show. I'll put Cow and Chicken in D tier though. Space Ghost. I did see it. I did not care. F's here. Ozzy and Drix. I did watch this. This was another one of those that was a Kids WB Saturday morning show. I'm gonna put that in C tier. Camp Lazlo. Camp Lazlo was Camp Lazlo was alright. C tier. Now we have the Shaolin Showdown. Y'all remember Shaolin Showdown? Shaolin Showdown was the four different monks. Um abilities with different elements: wind, fire, water, earth. They had the Shaolin Wu. they had to get these special items or whatever or whatnot, and keep it from getting into evil hands or whatever whatnot to save the world. I remember that show. That was a really good show. I'll put Shaolin Showdown in B tier. Shaolin Showdown definitely in B tier. Uh, Juniper Lee. I saw a few of this show. I did not really watch it. D tier. Megas. Same thing. Same thing. D tier. I remember playing the video game for this show more than watching the actual show. Evil Con Carne. This was very, very entertaining. This was a standard Cartoon Network show also. I would put this show in B tier because I liked it more than C tier. Everything on C tier. Time Squad. I loved Time Squad. I think every episode of Time Squad was super fire. A tier. Totally Spies. Now, if y'all didn't know, man, Totally Spies was one of those shows that just, for some reason, it just hit. It was a hit show. It was a hit show to the point. I think they only had like 2 seasons of the show, but the replay value of it was astronomical. A tier. Regular show. Didn't really care for regular show. D tier. And I think that's about it. Let me double check to see if there's anything we missed. Okay. Nope. Yeah, all these are just replays. Okay. And shows I just haven't seen. Okay then. All right then, y'all. So here's the list right now. All right then, y'all. So here's the list right now. So right now, again, this is a Cartoon Network show ranking being done by me. Starting off with S tier, we got Courage the Cowardly Dog, Samurai Jack, and Static Shock. In A tier, we got Kids Next Door, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Teen Titans, Billy and Mandy, Code Lyoko, Time Squad, and Totally Spies. In B tier, we got Adventure Time, Mucha Lucha, Powerpuff Girls, Batman Beyond, Johnny Bravo, Shaolin Showdown, and Evil Con Carne. In C tier, we got A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Ben 10, Foster's Home, for Imaginary Friends, Ozzy and Drix, and Camp Lazlo. In D tier, we got The Amazing World of Gumball, Captain Planet, Johnny Test, Chowder, Cow and Chicken, Juniper Lee, Megas, and Regular Show. In F tier, we got 16 and Space Ghost. And in What Is This? we have Transformers Animated. All right, then, y'all. So that's the list right now. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and check out the podcast, Anime Nerds, only on Spotify. Thank you so much. It's your boy, Dre O.D. in the goddamn building, and I'm out.